Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Three, two, one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I am Kevin Mumphrey, and this is We'll Fix It in Post. I'm here with my colleagues, Carson Hype Ferguson.
Yeah.
And Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
Today, we're talking to a filmmaker out of the Philly area. Goes by the name of Kevin Overton. How are you doing?
Oh, man, thanks for having me. I'm doing pretty good.
So where did your love of film begin?
My love of film began with writing. At a young age, I can remember being
Lighting?
in elementary school. Writing. Yeah, not lighting. Not writing. I remember as a young kid in elementary school and watching movies, wondering how it got from someone's idea to the screen and always had a knack for it. So I just always wrote. I never really thought it'd go anywhere. I didn't know making films was attainable. And, it always seemed out of my reach. And fast forward many, many, many years, I ran across a program here in Philly called the 5 Shorts Program, where they took people who knew nothing. Maybe they had raw talent, but knew nothing about making independent film, and then walk them through the process. And here we are today.
So, yeah, talk about this 5 Projects program. How did this work? Because I've never heard of this.
Yeah, 5 Shorts Project out of Philly, ran by a wonderful young lady named Shamika Sawyer. She's been doing it. She's going on her 8th season now. If you Google it, it'll pop right up. But what it was, I was introduced to her through a friend of mine named Chris McLean, who's an awesome author and screenwriter. And he's pretty good behind the camera, too. And he introduced me to her. And, she had me submit sample script. You had to submit a sample script in order for her to get picked for the selection for the program. And I can't remember how many we started out with. I want to say about maybe 15. I don't quote me on those numbers. But by the time you went through, I think it was about a whole year almost program. Each month you had Zoom calls and they walked you through how to make a short film, how to write a script, lighting your set, playing with dialogue and sound. And just everything you could possibly think of. We went through that. At the end of the project, you made your project.
Okay. That is nice. So let me go back to you with your start being of writing. Like, did you start writing film, like little scripts, or did you started with just writing stories or poetry? Where were your writing stories?
Right. Just writing stories and poetry, and just I kind of self-taught with script writing. Just kind of use Google's your friend, man. You know what I'm saying? How did you say? Google's your friend, bro.
Right. Amen to that.
Google's your friend, bro. And, I just was willing to put the work in. That's what it all boils down to. Just want to put the work in. If you got a dope idea and you feel as though you can get it out there, you just start writing.
Right.
Who cares how it sounds or how it looks to somebody else when you first start? You got to get the bad ideas out to get to the good ones.
Exactly.
Amen to that.
True. Exactly.
Very true.
This I'm learning, and this is something I've learned in life. A lot of people can't take constructive criticism. They can't take, saying someone say, hey, that stinks. If my stuff stinks, tell me. Because I'm going to get back on it. First of all, my stuff don't stink. But the idea isn't, something out here don't jive and something's not right, tell me. And I won't take it personally, even though I'm an artist and I'm very sensitive about my stuff, But,
yeah.
Oh, we feel you.
Yeah, but nobody stuff comes out perfect though the first time.
No,
It takes a little bit to
it
get there.
doesn't.
Right.
Yeah,
it
so-
it does.
It takes
Like
a little bit to get there.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite things is failure is my best friend. So you cannot be great
Right.
or the greatest without failing. Period. So you have
Correct.
to go through those learning processes to know what to do and what not to do.
Word.
Correct. I agree with you 200%.
I literally tell myself every time I try something new, you're going to fuck up. It's probably going to be
Yeah.
funny. Let's just let it happen.
Sometimes it's not funny though.
For me, I fuck up in funny ways. I just
No, but I mean, looking back, you can probably laugh at it. Looking back.
yeah.
Sometimes you look back and it's still pretty terrible.
Oh no, I'm a
I said
comedic fuck up.
sometimes in some situations. You know what I'm saying?
I probably have two of those. Most of my fuck ups are there's a laugh track somewhere.
Damn.
Someone's. What the fuck made you do that? I'm just trying.
Like, what were you thinking, man?
Right. Right.
Like, yeah, a lot of that. Like, literally everyone learns from me. Like, I thought I would try that, but I'm glad Kevin did, so I know not to do that shit.
Right.
Not to do that. I know how not to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't try to be this person, but that's pretty much who I am at this point.
I woke up like this.
So Kevin, did you ever like look at movies or television shows and go back and look up the script and see how the script was compared to what you saw?
Yes, I do that now still when I'm watching shows. And every time I do it, I learn something from it to make my writing better, my scripts better. And, you know, I've learned that sometimes when you're a filmmaker and you got that script, just because that's on the script doesn't mean it necessarily translates to the film that same way.
Right.
You know, it's everybody's vision. And I've seen scripts where I'm reading it and I see what they did on screen, but now that I read it, I would have done it different. You know, I saw it made me see it different than what they saw.
Yeah.
You know, so it's that's the beautiful thing about filmmaking, man. It's if you got a vision, you just make it happen, and nobody's is going to be the same.
Right. That's just like books that are turned into movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. So it's just I'm telling you, man, it's just I'm enjoying the ride right now. I'm having a great time with it. You know, all the accolades and everything are nice, but it's I enjoy to sit down in my office, close off the world, and start writing away.
That's
you know,
weird.
and then when I get to the actual filming of it, I feel like I'm back in college and ready to play a football game, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The drum starts pumping, I get hyped. I'm running around set screaming, yelling top of my lungs, high fiving people. You know.
So
Like,
when you write your scripts, how do you see it? Do you see it as full-fledged pictures in your head, or do you see it differently?
A lot of times before I start writing, the ideas come to me like characters pop in my head. I've even dreamed of characters and a little snippets of dialogue that just pop in my head. So I'll see something, and it was like a snowball effect. If that makes any sense to you. I'll see like a car, and I'll look at, man, wasn't that car in that show, and how they do this, and next thing you know, I'm creating a character, the guy driving the car, and I'm going around the corner, what's happening? So what's he thinking? It just starts snowballing. Next thing I know, I have a full, you know, project, either a pilot for a series, a short film, or a feature.
Okay. So I wanted to go back to when y'all talking about going back in the scripts. It's weird that I do that, but only with bad movies.
You know,
So-
I don't think that's weird.
So like, I remember the first time I did it with Pootie Tang,
Why would you want to read that script?
because I was like, how the fuck did this happen? Like,
You see? Oh, God. See,
Yeah.
it's funny. Okay, so I'm watching, not to dog anybody else's work, because I know how much work goes into getting the film made, like, put out there and everything. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I'm watching Netflix the other day, and I'm like, who the hell gave them some money to do this? Like, what? I'm like, somebody knew somebody, and there was some cocaine involved or
Right.
something, because this
Had
is
to be.
ridiculous. And,
Call that the cocaine
you know,
deal.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's always the cocaine. You got in Hollywood, you got to add the cocaine.
No, if you got enough talent attached to a movie, you can probably get anything made now.
I
Of course,
don't.
because it's all about the draw.
guess.
The investors don't even read the damn script half the time. You know,
Or it's who you know.
I get it.
Who gonna give? If
all about
so and so finna give me some money to do a film. So let's just do one.
Yeah, but to get people to
Right.
watch it though, the biggest thing that they're preaching now, like a lot of people, is like the bankable star. Like and then there's a bunch of stuff where I'll watch it, but it's not like something I'm gonna watch like more than once. And it's like I'm having a hard time watching this the first time through.
It was hard for you to get the first time
It's
through.
like, man, I gotta take breaks.
That's when you just.
I gotta
It's
take
not.
breaks.
It's not good to me. If I have to struggle to watch a movie all the way through, it's not happening.
You be like, oh man, it's time for my second shift.
Yeah, that was me with Napoleon Dynamite. Like my first time, I'm like,
Oh man,
what the hell? And I stopped. Like it took me like maybe 4 different separate times to watch it. But I guess I had to put my brain in that mode. And once I watched all the way through, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But I didn't get it at first.
Like,
You know what I mean?
I watched that.
didn't.
I watched that straight through. Thought it was a great movie, whatever. As far as like stupid funny,
Yeah.
and then I tried to watch it
Right.
again. I was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't watch it
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah,
Right.
It was. I got myself together to watch it. And I was like, oh, I get it. This is kind of funny, like stupid funny though. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to get it together.
That's
I
bad, 'cause
wanna,
like you got to explain the joke.
Right, right. You're like, okay, whatever. But
It's too much. I'm doing too much work to laugh.
Mm.
It was something you mentioned, Victoria, about writing. You know what I've come to find? Some of the better writers that I've met, they all have interesting family members.
Oh yes.
Because you pull a lot of your
yes.
characters. I pull a lot of my characters from the people in my family. Listen, I got one, boy. Let me tell you. Okay,
Listen.
these fools in my family, man. It's a comedy. If I could put you guys in on a regular phone conversation with me and my father, and my uncles, and my cousins, and y'all would sit down, you piss yourself. You laugh so hard because it's just constant, this dumb stuff all the time, and I'm able to pull a lot of material from these guys.
Oh
or
yeah.
not necessarily from those guys, but I know what they would say and what they would do.
Right. Life.
And
Just plain life.
oh, well, yeah, or they would say life, right? But these fools here, boy, I'm pretty sure half of them need some medication.
Man,
Listen.
I'm sorry,
I,
you laugh so hard your stomach hurts, and nothing.
I got
stupid
cousins. I have cousins who are just colorful. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
That's the nice word for it.
nice word.
we got
right?
church.
Yeah.
We got
And-
church it up every now and again.
And I literally want to put them in like a character, but I know for a fact they're gonna be like, "That's me. That's me, right?" And
Right.
I'll be
I
like,
just did
"No."
I just shot a project, and I put I got a cousin, we call him Tequila Mike. And
Oh, please continue. This sounds good
I
already.
wrote, yeah, it's getting edited now. Like as soon as I'm gonna put it on YouTube as the start of a web series that I'm doing, so you guys will see it. But when I wrote it, I had his voice in my head, and then he was a first time actor. He never even been in front of a camera before. He's like, "Cuz, I do whatever I can to help you, but I don't want to mess it up." I said, "All you got to do is be Mike. Just be Tequila Mike. That's it." And remember what they said. That's all you got to do. And he didn't get it at first. And he said the line and said, "Stop. Run that back. That's Tequila Mike." And it came out great. It came out hilarious.
Tequila Mike.
be on the
That's
lookout for that.
interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Yeah, it's a
t-shirt.
project called A Conversation. The script has already gotten a couple selections, on a few film festivals, and I went and shot it back in September, I think. Yeah, I shot it in September, and they're just finishing the edit up on it now. And I saw a rough copy, and it's good. It's real short. It's about 6 minutes. It's the start of the web series that I got going on. I'm going to start doing, but it's hilarious. You know what I mean? It's hilarious and it's dark. Because everything I'm doing is dark comedy now. So maybe I got something wrong with me. Maybe I need some medication.
Everybody has something wrong with them. Don't ever think that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because my co-hosts
Right.
tell me all the time that.
Well, listen, we all weird, okay?
You're
I
just a
accept
different
my,
kind of weird.
I accept my weirdness.
Your weirdness scares me sometimes. Like you're a special kind of weird, man. Like you're the Steph Curry of weird.
Man,
The Steph Curry.
man, I'm
You weird from the logo.
Now listen, he's saying that Kevin is saying all that.
Take
I
it.
I ain't said a word. I just said you
Don't-
weird.
Don't put me in the middle of y'all stuff.
oh man,
Got to differentiate the Kevins. Yeah, that always
You know
happens.
what I mean? Try to put me in the middle with y'all beef.
So when it comes to writing, is it easy for you to focus when writing?
Yes and no. You know, we all have lives. You know, like I have a wife and a daughter, and I write when I get inspired. I don't write like on a clock, like every day at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna write. It doesn't work like that for me. It can be 3 a.m. It can be at dinner time. It can be mid conversation. I'll start scribbling stuff down. My wife loves that, by the way. I can tell you. But trying to do that, trying to do that, and be a husband and a father all at the same time, it gets hard to focus, you know. So when I do get that time to set aside and I'm feeling inspired, and I'm ready to go, then I'm good. But you know, life is life. You still got responsibilities, you know.
Right.
You got to do every day.
So how
that's the
long
hard part.
how long does it take you to write a script from beginning to complete?
A feature, short, or
Either or.
I've written shorts in a day. I wrote about a 20-page short in a day.
Damn.
I've written one feature I wrote took me about 6 months to write one feature. Another one took me about 2.5. Just depends on how everything's flowing for me. You know, just depends on how much time I had and how the ideas come. I mean, I got one idea for a feature called Carmine. I was sitting on the floor playing with my daughter, and it just hit me. And I'm trying to Google stuff, get information, and play with her at the same time. And I'm scribbling notes, and then maybe like 2 months later, I had the first rough copy of the feature done. You know, just depending on where it's going, which and how it's hitting on you. Then
Right.
You know.
So going back within your scripts, how do you start? Do you start with the beginning, the middle, the end?
It's funny. Everyone's different. You know, everyone's different. Like I said before, before I even start writing notes or write anything, I'll let it like run around in my head for a couple of days. Just let it sit there and start adding bits and pieces up to it, and then maybe I'll start with a conversation between the two of the characters I made up and work backwards and then fill in the rest. Or sometimes I'll start at the very beginning. You know, for me, each script is different.
So you pretty much write always, front to back, back to front. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm amazed
I
that you
started
can
out
write.
one. I wrote the end first, you know, and then went back and filled everything else in.
Oh yeah, you're a writer.
I know that's how Training Day was written, because like they wanted to get to this scene, and they were like they started at the very, very end with old boy dying.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
Now, yeah, and I think right at the end is good because I mean you can kind of write your way, and I've done this. You write your way into something else, and then you kind of put yourself in a block. Yeah, because I had something I wrote last year, and I kind of put myself in a corner, and I was like, I don't know how to write my way out of this.
Well, that's always
You know, I do that on purpose.
Oh,
I enjoy that. I do it I said,
right.
Now let's write yourself into a situation. Like just write it, whatever it is. It's just paper and ink, dude. You know, you know what I'm saying? You don't like it, you're gonna erase it. But just write your way into a corner. Write them into an impossible situation. Now, use your brain and get out of it. But just the thing about it is, you don't have to do that right there. You know, take a day and think about it. Walk up, go do something else, come back to it. You know, that's the way I approach it.
That's where the creativity comes in when you're writing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When I wrote my corner, that's been like about 8 months ago. I'm still in that corner. I just went somewhere. Let me-
I'm still sitting there mad.
like, I'm still reading it. Like, how the hell did I get here?
But that's when you just come up with something creative.
I went and wrote something else because this, like, this.
I don't know, sometimes you got to take yourself out of that situation. You just be like, you know what? Let me back off.
That's exactly what I did.
I'm gonna do
He
something
backed
else.
off for like 6 months.
And then you'll find your socks.
I'm still
in the-
backing off.
You find your socks in the dryer like a couple months later.
I'm still waiting to find them socks, but I'm like, ooh, I gotta get out of this.
It's like finding that $20 in your pocket. You wash your pants. And, oh, shit, I got $20.
Oh man, you be feeling so good too. You be like, man, I'm rich. Man, I'm
about
about.
to get some gas.
Oh man, nah, you ain't get that much.
Nah,
you ain't get that much.
you ain't getting that.
Hey,
You don't get that much gas.
quarter a
Just
tank.
some gas. Not all the gas.
Quarter a tank.
And get you down the street.
Yeah, we can do what we got to do and bring our asses back home.
Hey, that's like back in the day. You get away with 5-on-2. You can't do that no more.
Oh my God!
Those days are gone.
I wish somebody would give me $5 for gas, man. I'll look at him and laugh.
Or take them a distance and be like, "Yep, that's $5 right there."
Man,
Right now, $5 for gas.
$5 is
is
running down the block.
man. A short block.
You can walk that.
Yeah. You've been better off walking, playing and say that $5 got you $1 something with McDonald's.
Exactly.
You got to pull him over to the side. Be like, hey man, we gonna have to get you an electric bicycle.
Yeah. Get your ass off my car.
Like
$5.
$5 is good. Like what? 92.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. It was a while ago.
Even 99, 2000.
No, when the pandemic hit, it was the $5 was good.
Well, I mean that's a crazy situation. I'm talking about like regular day to
Oh,
day.
I don't even know. I just remember when the pandemic hit and I went out to get some gas and I'm like, damn.
Man, that was how your
I put $15 in my tank and I was like,
Your car was mad.
the gauge was always all the way up there. I was like, what?
look,
Then I put more money, so I looked back at the thing to make sure it was only $15.
The car said, "You playing? You playing? Why you playing with me?"
I put 12.
Her car probably running right with all that gas in there. Like, what the hell is this? This is some bullshit.
I put 12 in once and it filled up, and I was like, wait, I think I literally talked to the attendant, like, hey. I don't know. I think something happened with the tank.
I owe some more money.
I literally said that, like, yo, I think I owe y'all some more money because $12
Man, you
don't
better
do
get in
this.
your car and ride your ass off. When they
Hey, look, I paid it. Bank error in my favor.
So she said, no.
we
You're fine.
better come catch me to get this gas out.
The attendant said, look, I don't care. If it's full,
Right.
sir, have a good day.
Man,
Have a good day.
So, I want to talk about your project Dark. Like, what inspired it?
Yes. It's funny. That's one of those things that I was just sitting around and I was like, what if purgatory was real? Like you could just walk in there. I don't know what it was. I was driving down 95 here in Philly, and there's a sign, big huge sign from a church said, "Pray for those in purgatory." And I was like, oh. So I got to thinking, what if purgatory was real? I just walked into a bar and, hey, it's purgatory. And that's where it started. And it just kind of rolled around in my head for a couple of days. And then I got home one night, and I just sat down, everybody was sleeping, and I just knocked it out one night.
One night, right? I wish I could do that.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Now, there were several rewrites. It was, you know what I mean? There were several touch-ups, but the bones were done in one night.
So I got So how many rewrites did you have to do?
For Dark, probably about 3, and it weren't like page 1 rewrites. It was just take this part out here, add this part, work this a little different, you know, things like that. So yeah, about 3 or 4 times I had to fix things in it before it was where I liked it.
Okay, so like when you when you were finished with it, did you already have like a crew in mind, or like you knew people already?
That was all through that 5 Shorts program. They provided the crew and everything. But I already knew the guy. I already knew half the crew anyway. I didn't, just by knowing them. But when They read the script. Everybody fell in love with it. They wanted to work on the project, and I told them the vision I had for where I wanted to shoot it, and that made them even more excited. Then they came with their ideas. Hey, because I knew nothing. I just knew what I had in my head and what I wanted it to be. So when I relayed it to my buddy Chris, he ran DP for me for that project. I related to him. He said, okay, this is what you want. Then we can do it like this, that. And then we started brainstorming along with the other guys in the crew. We all started brainstorming. I knew where I wanted to go, and they showed me how to get there, So, I mean, big shout out to those guys because, they really helped make the project. I learned, that was a 3-day shoot. And from the beginning to the end, I was like a total different person when it came to filming. I learned so much in such short a time. I just submerged myself in it, did my research, and a lot was trial and error. And some stuff I realized didn't work on film the way I wanted it to, but I learned from it. So it's all good.
So, was there at any point where this whole process, was it a bit overwhelming for you?
Not really overwhelming because of, I'm old, I've been in the military and law enforcement like that. So I work well under pressure. It's film. You know what I mean? No one's shooting at you. No one's dying. So relax.
That's a great way to think about it.
Once I put that in,
Right.
Yeah, I've been in those situations. It's a little different. So when you're looking at it like that, you remember, hey, it's just film. Have fun with it. This is what you want it to be.
Yeah,
it didn't get overwhelming. It got challenging because whenever you do short film, any projects, you're putting out fires left and right. That's all you're doing.
Right.
You're putting out fires. You're putting out fires and putting out more fires. There's nothing going wrong for months before the project.
But the day
a week
of,
before the project, people, all hell break loose. I'm like, geez.
Oh man,
but you take a deep breath and get it done.
I was told a while ago, right? The natural state of a film is to not get made. So you just you know what I'm saying? You just slogging along, whatever, trying to get stuff together, and then stuff just happens.
listen, every single film that I've directed, there has been major issues. There's never been a time where there was a small issue. It's always been major. But you got to figure it out.
I've been waiting.
That's the whole. You got to find a way to win.
I've been waiting for one person to go, actually, yeah, my set went pretty smoothly. Nothing happened. We've been doing this over a year. It has never happened.
Never.
The last one I did, one of my main characters the day before couldn't make it. You know, so
we've had that.
I mean, hours before you're supposed to start. All right, no sweat. Still got my location right there. Ran there, grabbed somebody else, created a whole new character on the spot, worked it into her, everything worked. Bam. Let's go. You gotta be
you are clutch.
You gotta be flexible.
Yeah.
you
gotta
I wouldn't
be
have even
flexible,
thought
man.
of that.
People you can't panic. You can't panic.
Oh.
No. Well, all you gonna do is pick yourself off and start panicking. That's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do. You're not gonna fix nothing.
Right.
What's panic gonna do? Nothing but piss you off. And stress
Exactly.
you out. Relax, man. Take a breath.
Yeah.
And I like to bring beer to my set.
That's the way to do
I
it.
got a black cooler. You know what I mean? I call it the calm down section. Everybody take 5 when you come over here and calm down. Get ourselves together. And it works out.
This shows the difference in the two Kevins.
I just
This
Exactly.
one got beer and wrote a new character. I was about to put a wig on a man. So
I wrote a new character. It was funny part. I was in a film right before I shot this one, Conversation. I was in a film called Red Light by a friend of mine called Levita Cameron. It's about human trafficking. So it was just it was a week shoot, feature film. We shoot until 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Wife cussed me out. We're coming in the house smelling like women. It was a real live situation.
Oh.
Oh well.
And then I went right to my project. And when the one person couldn't make it, it was a male. It was a man's role. I flipped it, made it a female role, grabbed another character, boom, made him a male, made them interact, and I made it work. And she came to me. She was like, "How?" Just like you, she goes, "How did you even think to do that?" So, oh, you know what I mean?
Just an idea to pop
Be
up.
good.
How your brain works, because
You know what I mean? And I turned a male character into a female character, and I had her interact with another female. So now I add another wrinkle to the film. Like, okay, now they got a lesbian thing going on. Let's play with that a little bit. Let's
You know
roll the
what?
other character around.
We could have done that, but we had nobody on set that was gonna play the other male, so we would have had two males.
hell no.
Right. Yeah, it gets a little sketchy sometimes. You gotta have some real actors, baby.
You gotta have some real actors.
Yeah, like people that like to act, like, you know what I mean, some real artists. You know?
Yeah, they was
Dedicated to the craft.
Not that dedicated. Damn sure wouldn't be.
I ain't that dedicated.
Look, all I know is when I heard the excuse on our little deal, I was like, so she could contact you to tell you that she don't have her phone.
Yeah, it almost felt. Yeah, when you put it like that, it sounded like we got ghosted.
Yeah, y'all did.
Just
Basically.
leave her be.
Basically.
Just leave it be. Just leave it be. Don't call for nothing else.
Kevin got ghosted. That's what that was.
Well, I mean, we were all there. All of us got ghosted.
Yeah, we all
You
got ghosted
with a camera.
but
I wasn't in contact.
I wasn't in contact. That's the difference. Okay.
You got a lighter portion of the ghosting,
Oh,
but you still got ghosted too. Because I left the situation alone because I don't like to go back and think about it.
Oh, we think about it. Okay.
And y'all got the lighter portion of it. I got pretty much the chunks of it.
Yeah, we think about it.
Oh, wow.
That day haunts me a little bit sometimes when I go back and I look at that film. Okay.
I just think, oh, thank God somebody else showed up.
clutch.
That was, so how do you write, like, in that situation, basically rewrite it without necessarily like messing up the rest, like changing up the rest of your script?
Well, there's prayer involved.
Obviously.
You know, we kind of all come together and say, Lord, please make this work. And if it gets too tough, there's also a bottle of tequila in the cool out cooler.
Oh man!
So usually a bottle of Patron sitting there in the calm down cooler. So
Man, you got one hell of a set.
I like how you work.
Man,
I like that.
Man, your sets are something special.
Because I usually drink after we done. But
right. Oh, after we can talk afterwards. That's a mess.
Oh no, your set is like when I move furniture. You know, if it get too crazy, I'll be like, hey, I got some beer. Hey, yeah. I know you invited.
If you go on my Instagram page, you'll see a couple of the toasts. You'll see the toast I had after a couple of shoots.
And toast like, woohoo, we made that work.
Yeah, everybody, come on, I need y'all to go to church this Sunday because God works for us today. Not how we pulled it off, but we did. You know, but I try to keep it. I mean, you know, I'm learning the business of making film and the business side, like the part that no one wants to deal with or it's just ugly. Anytime I can keep it light to make people comfortable on set, then that's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm not here to be an asshole. I've been on set with people are assholes, and I'm like, listen, I can fight. So I don't know who you think you're talking to, but it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step off. Y'all have a good day. You know,
it's never worth it.
I try to keep it light. I try to keep it light. Everybody, and you know, when you're doing indie film, you get a lot of new people that just get into the crap. You don't want to give them a bad experience where they never decide to do it again. You know, you want people to want to work with you. After I did Dark, you know, people were contacting me, hey, I want to work with you. You know, and that was a good feeling. That was a good feeling. And that all comes down with, you know, keeping light, the cool out cooler, and being flexible. You know, being flexible, and you gotta be able to think on your feet in this game, baby. At this point, when you're not working with them big budgets where you can call somebody else to come in and do it,
right?
Or we can fix it in post. You know,
right.
You know what I mean?
You got to be creative.
Nice drop there.
You got to be creative. That's the whole thing.
You got to be creative, man, and creative and flexible, and you got to be having fun. If you're not having fun with it, it's going to show in your project.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
talking about. And then you get everybody like contributing the most they can, and they ain't gonna let something like go through because that's gonna be a bad look.
Right.
And
Right.
They want the best.
Right.
Now,
Right.
why don't you talk about the actors that you picked for this film? Just kind of go through like.
For Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because for Dark, the two that were on the film weren't my two original actors.
That's usually how it works.
Both. Yeah, my one original actor, she had something in her family that went on last minute, and it was just too much, and she was out of town, so she couldn't make it, and I could understand that. Another actor I had, I was trying to get in contact with him, and he was missing table reads, and I'm like, man, we got too much invested in this to be playing. I got to catch you on the next one. No hard feelings, but it is what it is. So for the main character Gaia, I was Lonnie Graham. I met her on the set of the film that I was in called Righteous Thieves, and she played the lead there. And I sent her over the script, and she was like, "Yeah, I love this script. You want to be involved with it?" And the one that played Michael, Van Barrett, and I met him through my buddy Chris McQueen again. And Van is just a great dude, man. I mean, you meet people that are just generally nice and rooting for you and come and give you everything they have right then and there. He's one of those guys. So, and he fit the look I wanted, and it just, again, we all had to pray a little bit, and we all had to hit the cool out cooler, and it just kind of all worked out.
The cool out.
I love this cool out corner.
I love this idea.
It.
I know. I guess you gotta be careful.
I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of the cool out cooler and put it on my Instagram so y'all can see it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because the cool out cooler is the unsung hero of all this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What makes a good film? The cool out cooler.
The cool out cooler, but don't like you were ready to say. Don't hit the cool out cooler too much.
Yeah, that's what
you gotta be cool. You gotta be cool.
It just gotta calm your nerves just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little loose.
It's gonna cool you out.
Cool, not cold. What is going on?
Cool you out.
Man.
Like, yeah, you ice cold. I said cool out. Don't freeze.
Yeah, for real.
So, did you edit this project at all?
No, I'm not an editor.
Oh, we're
I
not.
don't have the patience.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
I attempt, and plus, I bought a brand new computer. Yeah, this is fast. So I put that DaVinci on there, and I started editing those black magic files, the real heavy black magic 6K, 4K files, whatever. Man, my computer looked at me and laughed. So again, I got buddy of mine, Chris McLean. He did from Black Lens Cinema. He edited Dark. And I had other guys work on my other projects. Shamika Sawyer, she did the There For Me video. Dan Weicher did the Rich Man music video I did. And I got a good buddy of mine who's also a camera guy on Dark, Rowan Miller, who's editing the project now, Conversation. And he's doing a hell of a job with that. And I'm meeting more people who do that now. So it's all about your network here. People you know. You can try to do everything, but you're not going to do everything well. Stick to the things you do well. Let the other people that do those other things better, let them do it.
Right.
Cost you some money. Hey, kick that dough up. If you want a good project, you got to do what you got to do.
Takes money to make money.
Right. And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get it. Like, everybody has their certain strengths. So if you're trying to do everything just to get all the credit for everything, it's not going to work out. Like, you have to let
Just a fake
people.
dollar. Come on.
You have to let people,
And you
be
may
in
burn
their
yourself
lane.
out.
That too, but
Right.
some people want to do everything,
I don't
and it
know.
might not be
Right.
I don't know why.
their strength
Yeah.
in that department to do that certain thing, but they want to do it just because they want to do it all.
Or they can find somebody to do it. And like it's gonna be like, oh, like that shouldn't cost that much. Like,
Right.
are you serious right now?
Wait,
Especially
okay, well, then
editing.
fine. Go ahead and do it.
Oh,
You know,
Hey,
but a lot of times people are doing free work too. If they like you and they see they got to see the vision.
Right.
They know this is a dope project. Like this is a dope project. Then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get on board with this.
but you know, there's a difference though between you know what I'm saying, inexpensive, free, and cheap. And like, you know, if you go for the cheap, you know, even if the cheap is free, sometimes it ends up costing you a whole lot more.
Yeah. And you know, once I started, I didn't like once I put dark. I wouldn't even want to put dark in festival circuit, to be honest, because I was okay, yeah, whatever, you know, no big deal. I was gonna put on YouTube and see what happens from there, and you know, go on about my life. But my friend Shamika, she was like, just put it in a couple and see what happens. Well, I went a little nuts because I found a bunch of free ones and spent a whole bunch of money putting it on there, and I started winning. You know, getting selected, winning. I'm like, okay, man, we got a little something here. So when other people in our little subculture saw that in the area, I'm getting phone calls, messages, hey, next time you do something, let me know. I got you, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you, do this, I'll take care of you that. You know, and that means people, they see your vision. They trust that you're going to help them deliver a good product, and they see the amount of work that you put into it.
Right.
I mean, that says a lot to me in my book anyway. That's huge. You know, and they say, hey, I know this guy has got the vision. He's going to put the work in. He's going to bust his ass. He's going to do it. I want to be involved in that. We all come up together with it. You know? So, and I've done free work for people too.
Now that you brought up the festival, this will be the portion of the podcast where you can talk your shit. So, name some of these awards you've won.
Okay. Best short film, best original story, best cinematography. What else? I got about six awards for Dark and over 30 some selections, including Cannes World Film Festival, Indie Short Fest. I actually have to go out to LA this weekend for the awards ceremony for that. What else? Yeah, it's a lot. Red Film Fest out in Paris. It's a lot.
I like how he cleared his voice before he said all that.
He's like, yeah,
you know what I mean? I want to make sure he's clear to hear what I'm dropping on.
Look, he's like, yeah, that's light.
But it's not.
I got some work in here.
Maybe it's me, but you know, my wife, she'll tell you, it's not that I'm never satisfied. It's just that I got to be the best.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. That's it.
Not winning everything. And let me tell you, this month, there was just the wins. I'm not going to tell you all the ones I didn't get selected for. You know what I mean? It's a crazy amount of ones I didn't get selected for. So, and I'm looking at it, I'm getting emails saying, I was like, I'm like, okay. And my wife's looking at me, sees I'm getting pissed. She's like, what's wrong with you? I said, I didn't execute something correctly. This is where, in my mind, you know, I'm getting honorable mentions and things like that. That's fine. Yeah, great. Obviously, something wasn't executed correctly somewhere down the line. So I went back and I looked at Dark again, this time with a more mature eye, you know, knowing more. And I saw the faults in it. So I wrote them down. So then my next project won't have those problems. You know,
Right.
if you're not striving to be the best, what are you doing, man?
I mean, that's a great way to look at it. Because I mean, somebody could take those rejections and almost just be scared themselves off of doing films instead of just, because again, it's usually just like little nitpicky or things you didn't know that people did notice.
Right.
And you just learn from it. Right. I'm talking to a lady who does a film festival around here. So it's usually not that person. They see the growth, and some of them even tell you where they think you messed up at, and be like, yeah, just submit next year. So a great way to think about it.
And a lot of these festivals are monthly. A lot of them now. So you guys got next month to where if you got another project to drop on them, just wait to get this, and next month go right back at that contest with something else. What you made with the improvements. and see where you're going. Like I did that with a couple music videos that I've done, and they've been kicking ass in festivals, all because of what I learned from shooting dark. Crazy.
So, so how many videos have you done?
I got 2 music videos done. They're on YouTube now, and one more is some pre-production.
Now, do you like doing the music videos?
Oh yeah, music videos are fun. Music videos are fun because they're quicker. Like just to get more work in, to get more work done. But it's great when you work with an artist and they trust you with their project.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last 2 I did were by an artist named Prevail the MC, and he's like, "God, I don't know, just make something happen. I'm trusting you." All right. So the first one was Rich Man. I did that, and we're shooting, and he's like, "It's gonna work." Trust me, it's gonna work. Now knowing that was my first music video, I wasn't real sure I was doing what the hell I was doing, but guess what? We gonna figure it out, baby.
That's what
Okay, I got the cooler here. We in Atlantic City. It's gonna work. Okay, it's gonna work. So I did it, and it came out phenomenal. That winning awards. And then the next one we did for him was There For Me, and I came up with that concept also. It was a dope concept. I mean, I had voodoo women in it. I had a spooky ass vineyard in the middle of the night, great candles, and shit was wild. You know what I mean? And I did that, and he was like, "Man, I don't think this is gonna work. This is that." I'm like, "It's gonna work. It's gonna work." He said, "Okay, I'm trusting you." Last week, this was came out. He calls me. "Well, yo, that is dope." I said, "I told you." I was like, "I had to wipe my head and tell it."
Man.
On that phone, woo! Oh, thank you.
I was like, "Yeah, I told you, yeah." Whew. Oh man, somebody said that.
Don't you doubt me? Don't you doubt me?
Listen, I've had those moments. Okay.
This Eddie Kane.
Oh, you said that with your chest.
There's been moments to where even I would question myself to be like, "Oh man, is this gonna work?"
Right.
And it turned out to work, and I'd be like, "Yeah, y'all can't question me. Don't question me. I told you it was gonna work."
And be at home like, "Ooh, geez."
Yeah. Oh my God.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I've been to wait till I get my money right, dude.
Right. Right. Nah, I can dig it. I can dig it.
It kind of expands on it for me, because you seem like a very confident person in what you do. So how important is having confidence with filming?
100% important. Because if you don't believe in what you're doing and no one else is going to believe what you're doing, and they're not going to put that effort in. You gotta believe it. You gotta sell it to everybody else and believe it, so they know that they got to give their 100% top notch, keep up with each other. It's basically iron sharpens iron. Everybody's going to push each other on this project. I'm telling you right now, when I get on set, I'm full of energy, we're having a great time, but we here to work. We're not sitting around here, when it's half-assed. Oh, no. I don't care if it's 7 a.m. We working. Okay? We've been on set. That Rich Man video we got down Atlantic City, I think like 5 p.m. We left around 3 a.m. We had to be in Philly at 7 a.m. We left 2 a.m. Had to be in Philly by 7 a.m. ready to go. And I'm the first one there, last one to leave. That's my motto. I can't ask them guys to come in there and be in there early, if I'm not there. So that's what it is.
Okay.
You gotta have the confidence.
Now, if you can kind of speak on the film community, because we're here in Tennessee, so how is the film community in Philly?
In what aspect? As in just with working together, or
just like is it communicative, or is it very competitive?
From what I've seen, you're gonna laugh. From what I've seen, it's everybody helps everybody, man. Like we all work on each other's projects. We all try our best to help each other out. We all find locations for somebody. We make phone calls. What you need? I need to call my man. It's all like that. But I'm also the same guy where I'm competitive. That's just me. Like, I gotta have the best project. I gotta outwork everybody. I gotta work harder than everybody. I gotta write the dopest. I gotta film the craziest shot. It's just, and it's not a knock against anybody else in the community, because the people that I've worked with, I love them all. Like, they're dear friends, and I would do anything for them. But I just gotta put the balls to the wall on that one and go. And that's just who I am. When you want it, and you want, in order to get that dope project, that's how you got to be, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong.
So what you're saying is, look, I'll help y'all be second place.
But see, not even that. Because when you got me, you got me. I'm gonna do the same thing I would do on my project. I'm gonna go 100% for your project too, if I'm involved in it.
That's
Right.
what I'm talking about.
Anything that you have your name on, you're gonna make sure that it's the best.
If
of
my
the best.
name's on it, if I'm touching this project, I'm going 100%.
Win.
There's no whackness behind my name.
We out here trying to win.
I like that.
Right.
No matter what.
Yeah, we in this together. Then we going down like co-defendants in this joint. Let's get it.
Co-defendants. Okay.
And co-defendants. We sitting on the stand together. Like,
Man, I don't know if that's the best example, because some cats will turn state's witness on you, man. It'd be
I
like,
know.
He said, I know.
I know.
Yeah, we're not going to expound on that one.
Well, listen, I'm in law enforcement, so I know all about that. They all listen. All them criminals talk this tough stuff. Oh, no snitch. They be the first one talking as soon as you got. He did it. The cocaine is over here.
Look. Get that man that cigarette, man. Watch him start talking.
I'll be back.
You can get him a sandwich and a soda.
A sandwich and a soda.
McDonald's in there with a soda and walk out.
Oh,
Walk out. Walk back in there.
I couldn't have done that.
Sandwich and a soda. Oh, they would have done that. They did that in Memphis.
I know, but it's like, then you see him. It'd be like,
yeah,
bruh, come on.
You guys are in Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Are you in Memphis?
Well, me and Victoria originally
we're
from
Memphis, but we live here in Nashville.
Okay, all right. Because I know you guys had that situation out there so long ago. With
there's always a situation.
The rapper.
Oh yeah.
One of the artists, he got killed in the store, and the woman they put on the case was the girl from the first 48.
Yeah,
out of Memphis, and she get everybody. She don't never not get nobody. I was like, oh, he could. I saw that. He could have caught. They gonna catch all them people.
Exactly.
And they cousins.
And they caught him. And they cousins. And they caught her too. Like 3 days later, they had him.
No, I think the people you're talking about. There was like a shooting like days after Dolph died, and like those shootings were non-fatal, but they caught the people who did that. I think they already know.
I thought they caught the same one.
Nah. There's been kind of a misunderstanding because a lot of people thought that.
Oh, okay.
But they've been very quiet about it. So
they probably know who it is.
I'm pretty sure
they had that car the next day.
Which that was.
Yeah, they had the car the next day, right? Yeah, they know who it is.
It was somebody's grandma or something. Somebody's grandma car.
Yeah.
Something like that.
They know who it is.
It wasn't nobody grandma shooting. Like,
you don't know.
Nah, yeah.
Hey, you don't know in Memphis though.
In Philly, man, you got some gangster grandmas out here in Philadelphia. Yeah, they ride the bus with the thing in the purse.
He said, I wish somebody would. I met a little.
I wish somebody would.
Man, I met a little old lady at a bingo hall, and she had that thing on her.
Oh wow.
She oh man, she was gonna pull it because these kids were like yelling fake bingo. And she's like, "Hey, I'll play
my bingo."
They don't play about bingo.
Oh,
and she went, "Y'all got one more time."
One more time.
And I do
I'm pulling out my whistler.
She wasn't playing with them.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get some bingo.
Old head's called a smoke ride. Called my smoke ride on these suckers. You drive turkeys. Yeah.
So before we let you go, let us know what other things you're working on.
Okay. Like I said, a conversation, aka cocaine and gold chains. I'm working on that. That should be done probably the next week.
And gold
chains. Yeah.
I can't. I want to see this.
I want to see the soundtrack to this.
That's a hell of a conversation.
Yeah. I do. I actually compose all the music for all my projects too.
Oh,
So, which was a fun thing to do, But I would definitely pass that to someone who's better, like we had before. But I was able to do it, and I had a good time doing it. So, like I said, I did that. But also, I'm working on Dark has been extended, and we're getting a package together for that because that's going to be a pilot for a series. It's another reason why I'm flying to LA at the end of this week to tie a few things together with that and get the ball rolling in the right court. That's been rewritten over the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been rewritten, and it's dynamite. It went from that simple concept to I don't even want to give it away but it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let the people who buy the series take care
right.
of it.
Yeah. It's it gets buck wild because now I get to write it like I got a real budget. So I ain't got to shoot it. The budget, so now I can really write it like I want to write it.
How does it feel like writing like you got a budget?
It's a little scary because it's like, all right, I get to write this how I really want to write it, and let's see what happens. It's
like you can kind of expand. You can really expand some stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I can get busy on this, and and then everything starts popping into your head. Me personally, I start seeing the film. I start seeing scenes, dialogue, the way the light hits the face, and what happens, and the camera shots, and I just start seeing everything, and I get excited. You can probably hear it in my voice now.
Definitely can hear it.
What I mean? It's like, yeah, let's get it. And it gets to the point where my fingers can't type fast to keep up with my brain. Because my mind's racing so hard, and I'm scribbling down notes, and I go back to read my notes next. I can't read my own damn handwriting because I was writing so fast trying to get it down. So it's definitely exciting, man. It's exciting to write like you got a real budget. Just things like, hey, now I can really give the story what it needs.
Well, hey, I'm happy for you.
That's coming up. Thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully this is something we'll see on Netflix or maybe even a major network.
Right.
God willing.
Or,
you know what I mean?
It'll happen.
Or hey,
speak it into existence.
50 Cent may pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna pick it up. I don't care who pick it up. I'm gonna get a cut a check. Somebody gonna pick it up.
That's what I'm talking about. Cut the check.
I mean, just going from a short film to basically a series.
Right. The people who I'm dealing with, I'm not even gonna name any names, but
don't do that yet.
Once they got the script and they got it, they read it, they were like, wow. You know what I mean? They were like, okay, we see where this can go, like where it's going. And they said, okay, put your best foot forward to it, like right, like got a budget. All right. Well,
Kevin, I hope I see this on like Showtime somewhere.
Netflix,
I hope
Hulu.
so too. You don't hope more than me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, thank you for taking time out to talk to us today.
Man, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully this will be the first of many interviews you'll be doing for many projects you'll be doing.
Yes, sir.
Well, once again, I am Kevin Mumphrey with my colleagues Karsten Hyde Farguson and Victoria V.A. Jones.
Good evening.
And that is a wrap.